I won't bow down to no man. Not even if I need to ride to the next village. Not if I need to cross continents. Nor if I need money. Yeah. Or when I feel lonely. Yeah. Will I ever bow down to no man?
It's the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you all the action. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We're at the United Center. Chicago fans are cheering for their Bulls. The starters for the Utah Jazz. Favors and Gobert, the shot-blocking duo inside. Shelvin Mack is out there with Hood, and it's Hayward in at the 3 spot.
Really impressed with the way Jimmy Butler last season made big strides in his game, going from a supporting role player to someone you can build your team around.
On defense, Chicago. A shot by Hayward, wide open. Good on the triple. Hayward's got his first 3 points of the game.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Here's Gasol. Banked in off the glass.
And I tell you what, anytime you get those easy ones, that basket starts to get bigger.
And Mack kicks to Hayward. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Hayward's got 5.
And the double clutch layup in that situation, that's just him playing to the crowd, guys.
Rose attacking. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but drew contact. He'll head to the line. Derrick Rose has certainly piled up the awards for such a young player, starting with Rookie of the Year, with 111 first-place votes to only 5 for the runner-up. We know about his MVP, and that just shines out so brightly for him.
And how about he and Michael Jordan, the only MVPs in Chicago Bulls history?
You know, looking back to Rose's MVP award, his stats were on another planet that year. He was only the 3rd player to record 2,000 points and 600 assists in a single season since 1973. The other two, LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
You know, in talking about D-Rose, I don't think the individual awards mean much to him. He's about trying to help his team win championships. And that's the kind of mindset he has to continue to display.
Jazz have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Pass to Matt. Outside Favors. Lots of room. And Gobert kicks to Hood. The Jazz again can't hit it. Here's Chicago. They get a hand on it. Hayward from outside. Good. Hayward's got 8.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
And it's Rose penetrating. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
And there's the pass to Dunleavy. And he misses the go-ahead basket. Now what a second half of the season it was for the Jazz. After the All-Star break, they went on a rampage.
And the catalyst for that was the defense. I mean, very few opponents got to triple digits against the Jazz after the All-Star break.
Here's Hood. feet to Hayward. Inside, here's Mack. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Mack's got his first bucket in this one.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Derrick Rose, unbelievable spirit. We know about his toughness, has fought through injuries of all kinds that might cause a lesser competitor to hang up his sneakers.
And competitor, that's the word, Kevin. I mean, he was impossible to outcompete at the high school level, the college level, and now in the pros.
So Utah ends up going with a new group. Here's Ingles. Rose with the block. They get it back. And now Moore pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And they take the lead. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Bulls.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
And I really think you've got to love the way they protected the rim today. I mean, a good number of blocks in the first half.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far. And, you know, back to D. Rose for a moment. He drives the lane now as hard as he did before the injuries. It's a level of fearlessness that only a few guys possess. And it's not teachable. You either have it or you don't.
Now, here's Rose. He's got 6. Look at that jam. I mean, just beautiful.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this stuff.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
The Bulls shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And both free throws good for Dunleavy.
We're seeing today what makes him one of the best free throw shooters among the league's big men. Beautiful stroke.
Here's Booker with 2 seconds left. And he lays it up and in.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball.
It's all tied in Chicago. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Just almost an intimidating factor when you're able to go out and consistently come up with the block shots like they have defensively.
Well, what happens is shooters begin to start looking for the shot blockers, and it does intimidate them.
On the floor for Utah, getting going here in the second quarter. Shelvin Mack is out there with Hood. Then there's Trevor Booker. And it's Ingles in the 3 spot. That's a 2 from Butler. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Butler's got the lead up to 2 now for the Bulls. Here's Hood. Wants to get it to Booker and does. Rose with the block. Dishes it to Dunley. Right side Rose. 6 to shoot. Score the basket, his 3rd after 5 shots.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
It's incredible to think that Pau Gasol last year set a career high in points in a game for as long Clark as he's played. He had that 46-point game in January.
Yeah, that's 46 points for Pau to go with 18 rebounds. I mean,
right.
You rarely see a player of his age putting up a career high like that.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when when the finish has that much thunder on it.
And with Powell, that 46-point game, he became the oldest player to get 45 points and 15 rebounds.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel. Crafty pass work there, getting it down low for the easy deuce.
Out to the right wing. Here's Hood. Here's Wiles. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
And a final point, guys, with Powell's career game. It's crazy to think that he did it while not being the first offensive option. I mean, he had been the go-to guy with his time in Memphis for so long.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Taj Gibson's checked in for Gasol. Mirotic comes in for Dunleavy. Justin Holiday's checked in for Ejuan Moore. And it's Brooks in for Rose. Gobert's checked in for Utah. Gibson. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Deflects the pass. And Holiday, here we go. And Mirotic kicks to Brooks. Butler dishes to Holiday. Back to Butler. Gobert with the block. They retain possession. Mirotic's shot is off. Utah's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Here's Hayward, and he misses the go-ahead basket.
Boy, I tell you, I thought the Jazz had a big year last season. Looked much tougher than before. A big part of that is how Coach Quinn Snyder helped the team grow. I mean, he looked like a perfect fit in his first year with the franchise. How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Chris Johnson's checked in for Utah. You were mentioning the Jazz, and they grew last year under Coach Quinn Snyder in his first year. You know, Greg, he did the same thing with teams when he was a coach in the D-League.
That's a great point, Kevin. And beyond the growth that the Jazz showed, I think everyone in Utah was pleased with the style of play. I mean, Coach Snyder's got the team back to playing hard defense and really grinding out wins.
Brooks misses.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Hayward's got space. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it. Hayward's got the game tied up here for the Jazz.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented, for plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did.
I tell you what, though, great dunk, and this is even a better game we got going on right now.
And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Both shots good from the stripe. Just 4 seconds left in the first half of the game. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Taj Gibson picks one up. The Jazz have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game. Both shots good from the stripe. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Johnson. We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball.
What a game for Rose. 10 points and 2 rejections.
You know what? He's getting to the line. He's passing. He's really just converting in both those areas. He has been money.
Yeah, exactly. And it's really old school basketball, and you know how that is. Certain parts of the game never go out of style. They're always relevant, and he's excelled in those areas today.
We welcome you back to start the quarter. Players had a chance to get hydrated with Gatorade, and there's certain to be some great basketball ahead for us. A fantastic game from Derrick Rose in this one.
It's been about his ability to just lock down the opponent from a defensive standpoint. A lot of shots also being blocked.
That reach he's shown, Greg, has certainly been fantastic in getting to some of these shots. I mean, he looks like he's got telescopic arms out there.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So for Chicago right now, Ejuan Moore is out there with Rose. Then it's Taj Gibson. Then there's Dunleavy, and it's Holiday in at the small forward. Now here's Rose. He's got 10. 5 on the clock. A stupendous finish in traffic. Rose has got 12 points in the game.
They've been getting it inside at every opportunity and getting results, too.
Yeah, that's a winning formula as far as I'm concerned. They've been the aggressors and far more assertive on the offensive end. How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
He dishes it to Moore. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got 4 assists in the game. Down low. Here's Favors.
Boy, he wanted everybody in the building to know who threw that one down.
Hanging on the rim is, I guess, one way to do it.
Yeah, I tell you what, though, you want to make sure you don't get teed up from a situation like that.
Rose, no good.
You know, as I watched Derek Favors last season, he continued to develop his offense. He was a big, unpolished athlete coming into the league. Had some conditioning problems, but now it seems like he's on track to be a force as a power forward.
A different look for Utah. Lyles checked in for Gobert. Trevor Booker comes in for Derek Favors. And it's Joe Ingles in for Gordon Hayward. And Gibson sends it back. Moore with the steal. Gibson passes to Dunleavy. And Moore kicks to Dunleavy. And again, Chicago, no good. Talking about Derek Favors, his points per game average went up last season, as it has done in each of his 6 seasons in the league. He's an ascending player.
He is, you know, definitely refined his moves down on the blocks, and he's also become much improved at passing out of the double team, averaging a career high in assists last season as well. The arrow is certainly pointing up for Mr. Favors.
Here's Holiday. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that.
He's got to be a little embarrassed for joining the Paratroopers club on that pump fake.
And for most of his career, Taj Gibson has been a tremendous role player up front. He's been extremely steady over 6 full seasons.
And Kevin, he gives you a lot of energy and athleticism when he enters the game. He's got the great length with that 7'4" wingspan. But to me, it's not just about having it. It's about the fact that he utilizes it. And it really allows him to get in there and attack the backboard and contest shots.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Pau Gasol's checked in for Gibson. Jimmy Butler comes in for Justin Holiday. And Brooks subbed in for Rose. Now here's Gasol.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
The Jazz making a switch here. Brooks dishes to Gasol for the lead. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
Yeah, you know, talking about Gibson, he started 70 games his first year and made the all-rookie team. But thereafter had been mostly a six-man off the bench through last season. It happens, but it's still somewhat unusual for a guy to go backwards like that.
And so here in Chicago, following the bucket by the Jazz. Brooks outside. Gasol's shot is good. Gasol's got it all tied up now for the Bulls.
And talking about Gibson, if he ever wants to be seen as a high-level starter, he needs to work on a few things. More bankable moves in the post, a more fluid post game, if you will, and really increased strength and consistency. I think those things will carry him to that starting five.
And Chicago has possession following the three-pointer by Utah. Brooks gets to Gasol. The rebound by the Jazz. Miles got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Fades away, but they recover it. Booker. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. Utah with the ball. 3-point lead. And Utah looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. The forwards are Hayward and Favors. Hood out there with Shelton Mack. And it's Gobert in at the center, locking down the middle.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
Gobert, the screen. Hayward goes in. Here's Favors. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Favors has got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Jazz. Gasol kicks to Rose. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
Here's Rose, following the bucket by the Jazz. Just 5 to shoot. 13 feet away. And he overshot that one, missing.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
To the middle. Gets that one to fall. That's his 6th field goal. He has shot the ball 12 times.
I mean, you never expect to get opportunities that easy coming down the stretch of a tight game.
And the Jazz call time here.
That was a good time to call the timeout to try to settle everybody down and get back into their offensive rhythm. They've been coughing up the rock an awful lot.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Guys, I was able to listen in on what Quinn Snyder was going over with his team. He told his squad, listen, guys, it's close. It's about execution here. If we do that, I like our chances. No hero ball, just trust each other and make the simple play. Kevin?
Now here's Rose. Rose double teamed. He slams that one down.
And that fella can flat out fly, can he?
Reminds me of a young Greg Anthony out of UNLV.
Goodness.
No doubt about that. Just look at the elevation he climbed to right there.
Kevin, you just made my knees hurt.
That's what sets him apart from so many other point guards in the NBA.
Here's Gobert, and he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down. Game winding down, and they just keep changing leads.
Absolutely. I mean, 6 lead changes here so far.
Exciting stuff.
And guys, no separation yet, and I really don't think we're going to see any all the way down.
Now here's Rose. And it's Gibson, that time on the assist by Rose. That's now 8 points here for Taj Gibson. Down low. There's the killer two-handed slam.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he...
Man, that is a great move off the baseline and a big-time play at the basket.
Fantastic reverse dunk, Clark. Had to get up high for that one.
And I tell you what, that's the kind of play that could really spark a team.
And there's the defensive 3-second call. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Bulls.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively. They've been turning those turnovers into points.
Hayward gets to Mack. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Hayward's got 3 assists in the game. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Yeah, and actually still too close to call. I mean, this one is tight.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
Rose in the post. And the rejection by Favors. And they'll keep possession. Right wing. Back to Hayward. Puts up a 3. It's money from deep.
What are you going to do defensively? Such separation with the height advantage in that matchup.
Rose attacking. Money! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Here's Hood. Hayward on the wing. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Mack, no luck.
They have a chance to tie it up.
A 3-ball will do just that.
It falls! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
They don't get any bigger than that basket.
They needed it, Greg, and he gave it to them. More. You know, they've got a foul to give here if they need it.
Yeah, definitely something to keep in mind for them right now.
And the Jazz call time here. They trail by 1. There's 10 seconds left in the game. What's your take, guys?
And really no need to rush. Still plenty of time to get a good look.
Well, if they've got a play that they use to get a quality shot, this is the time to run it.
There's 10 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Hood. But they get it back.
Tough play underneath to give them another shot.
Can't knock in the 3. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet. And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
Tremendous work all the way down to the wire. You were just wondering what would happen next. Major drama, and we saw a good one.
Thank you for joining us.